The last time we were together was a Q3 earnings report for Rivian, their first one ever. And so I thought that maybe we would start with that. One of you guys want to just kind of jump in and give me just some high points that you remembered from the call or from the report or from the letter in general, and we'll just attack it that way.
Right there, 71,000 pre-orders.
Yep. So Skylar, last time we were together, you said bold prediction, I think you said 70, right?
Bold prediction, pure speculation. I bet after IPO and all the media and all the press around IPO and people starting to research Rivian, I would guess that they're up to 70 to 80,000 reservations by now.
Mm-hmm. So, bold prediction stands true. Congratulations. I don't know what you win. I don't think we took a wager.
Nothing. I mean, it's a significant uplift, over 15,000 more orders from their last filing around IPO. So, I mean, that's a significant uplift. And yeah, it's a healthy number. It's going to take them into 2023 without a doubt to deliver all those. So, and RJ said on the call, if someone was to order that day, it would be a 2023 delivery date.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep. What else? As far as big takeaways, obviously the second factory, right? That's got to be one of the biggest ones at the top. The quick line on that, Jimmy, what were you going to say?
Yeah, so that one, I'm not saying it was surprising. I think what was surprising is the amount of questions that were raised because of how quickly they were deciding to go with a second location before they even started ramping production.
Mm-hmm.
I think probably the first two questions from the analysts at these banks were about why, why so soon, why now, and obviously the stock price didn't. It showed.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, that's another point that we had kind of mentioned, that the stock took a little 10% dive on Friday as we're all watching it there together. I mean, with about 150 people, by the way, and it was a blast. But 10% down, and then it's down a little bit more since then. And then Jimmy, you were saying part of that could be as far as like investors like worried about like turning your eye away from like not scaling what you currently have. Obviously, there's a point in there that they were a few hundred shy of their Q3 target, and if their Q3 target's 1,200 vehicles, which it was and is, then that's like a 25% shortfall,
Well, I think the production shortfall is the biggest reason for the stock price to tumble. And Rivian is at a point where they do need to really start ramping both production and deliveries of these R1 vehicles.
Mm-hmm. Production of the new factory, as we can see here, is going to be 400,000 a year. They'd have to ramp up normal to get to 200.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking more like 50 in 2022.
I thought that was significant news, Kyle, on the production rate increase to the normal factory. Whereas before, total production between the R1 vehicles and the Amazon vans was around 150K per year. That's a significant increase, up to 200,000 units per year. The other thing is that it sounded like the majority of that production increase was going to be focused on the R1 vehicles. So that incremental 50,000 volume, I think, will be at least majority, if not all, R1 capacity.
Mm-hmm. And then as a follow-up to that, we were talking with another buddy about this. I mean, currently both the T and the S share a line, and then there's a second line for the van. Do you think that there will be a third line added to hit that capacity, or are they just going to really crank them out on that one line?
it to me, I mean, maybe there's space in their current setup without adding any more square footage, but it's so hard to judge space in a building that big too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there was just stuff
Yeah,
everywhere. You
exactly.
know what I'm saying? Like it
Oh
was,
yeah, it's impossible.
you know,
Yeah.
it's so hard to judge where you could add a third line when you're in a building as big as that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we already know that the production volume for the van equipment, the van line, was higher and in less space than the R1 line, and that so I'm curious about that as well. Is there going to be another R1 line, or are they just going to do some of the same things that they did with the van line and upgrade and make the R1 line more efficient? So that's a good question. I will tell you there is one more high point or one more major item that just came to mind that RJ mentioned, and it's that the primary constraint, it sounds like, is in the battery pack and module production. And he didn't mention a shortage of cells. What he said was the actual throughput and capacity of the line. So he mentioned that they had 3 lines, and the third line, which is going to be high volume and highly automated, is in process of getting turned up now. So hopefully soon that constraint as it relates to production volume will be addressed.
All right, folks, thanks so much for watching. Please do subscribe. We obviously have a ton more coming. And then in the meantime, please join us over at rivianstories.com. We have a lot of great conversation happening over here, and we also have some t-shirts. We'll ship them straight from us to you very soon. Thanks.